So, Nishtha, in your personal journey, as well as your journey of being a founder, what do you think is one limiting belief that you really had to say goodbye to succeed?
Thanks, Priyanka, for inviting me, and it's lovely to see you here. And to go with your question, I would say like one limiting belief that is holding me back is like being a founder. It needs to be like like a sun, whereas being a healer, you have to become like a moon. So I have to constantly shift between these two, roles of masculine and feminine energies. So sometimes what happens is my healer side always dominates me ki, no, I need to protect them and all. But the point is like in this foundership or in this journey of entrepreneurship, you have to have your boundaries very cut short. Because if you're not respecting yourself, if you're not respecting your own boundaries, then people will start disrespecting you and your time. So that's what I need to set very strong boundaries and be clear with what I want and what exactly I see myself at. And I have to be very clear about what I demand. So that's the one thing that I feel like in this 1 year journey, I've learned that I shouldn't settle for less than what I deserve. If I deserve this, I'm providing this, then I deserve the same energy, same kind of level back. If I'm not getting, I need to question this. I don't have to settle for something which is not resonating. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing, Nishtha, in the way that you have answered, and also in the way that there are so many parameters, so many words that you have spoken about. So,
Right.
welcome everybody to another episode of Your Haven Heart-led Conversations. And today we have Nishtha, who's my dear friend and who's the founder of MirrorU. And in Heart-led Conversations, we talk about the inner journey and the inner success behind the external success. And we would now hand over to Nishtha to introduce herself. So welcome, Nishtha.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Priyanka. I mean, it's always like warm and lovely speaking to you because you are such a beautiful soul. I would say like thanks a lot for inviting me for this conversation because that's exactly like what we always do as well. Talk about each other's emotions and reflect so that we can be a mirror for each other. That's exactly what MirrorU is being built for. And yeah, I mean. That's my like I acknowledge the way you are like building your organization and building a brand where you are educating about self love and being a helio life coach is it shows a lot about your own personal journey as well. So basically this is Nishtha Sahu. I'm the founder of MirrorU Emotional Literacy Foundation, and we're building an emotional literacy hub where we teach people how to parent your emotion, not control it. And apart from that, I'm an author, I'm a social entrepreneur, and I'm the host of Choice by MirrorU podcast. So, in this whole journey, what we are creating is we are creating an ecosystem where we can redefine your own reflection, where we would not advise you. We'd be guiding you as a mirror, as a support system, as a home for you, where you will learn how to parent your emotion, where there would be no conditioning, where there would be no, pressure points, but there would be a self healing journey. It will be a self paced journey where you will learn what equation you have with your emotion and how can you heal them. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And even more amazing because emotion is my favorite part.
Wow.
Okay, so Nishta, an interesting question thrown your way because
Yeah.
you've been working with so many people, helping them parent their emotions. So I think you are the best person to answer this. Now, since you are an entrepreneur and founder yourself, and you must be in conversations with other founders and entrepreneurs. So, how do
True.
you think the emotional angle fits there? Because I've seen that many people are just running away from the discussion about emotions. Many are running away from their emotions. So, how do you think that emotions are significant in your journey as a founder? How do you think parenting your emotions is a key part of succeeding in entrepreneurship or as a founder?
Thanks a lot for asking such an important and integral question of being a founder because foundership or this entrepreneurial journey is all about self reflection. journey. It's all about a very transformative journey where it changes you from, like, you started from scratch where you had nothing, and you literally start taking risks and taking challenging paths that you have never ever thought about. So it always it always compels you to do that journey inward. So suppose that I meet founders, those who know little about themselves, those who know little about the emotions. But again, if you meet founders, those who have done their self work, done their emotional work, and they are very much in sync with their own emotions, they are like so amazing. I mean, they just feel such a vibrant energy, I would say. That's what, like, because their focus is not chasing things. Their focus is very clear. We're building something from scratch, and we are building our own paths. We are trading on paths that is untrodden, so we don't have to prove. But if you see the other founders, those who are building some startup or unicorns or something, they're constantly seeking for validation. They're constantly seeking for that external source which awards them, which positions them, which like shows them that you are this. So if you are emotionally mature, or I would say emotionally you are fulfilled or emotionally parented, then your like dependency on external sources doesn't involve only. Your focus shifts. So your focus shifts from outward to inward, and the moment the focus shifts, the universe shifts, the like locus shifts, and everything just happens in a natural way, where you're just positioning yourself. You're not saying ki, I need to fit in this or I need to fit in there. You're positioning ki, I am this, I deserve this, I'll get this. And that is how it happens. Yeah.
So beautiful, Nishtha. And actually, I would say so heartening to hear about this, especially the validation part. And
Right.
yeah, so I would like to ask you, like in your journey, what has been your number one and significant emotional struggle, if you are open to share that, and how you
Surely, surely. I mean,
took on it
yeah.
yourself? Yeah.
See, emotional like struggle, if you see, like, I have been this like, I am a super kind person. So I have this thing ki, I always like think like if someone has done bad to me also, I have to go one step ahead and think good about them, because it's like I would say more of a it's a trauma response. Okay. So I always think, there could be some part of their story that is unheard too. So I need to understand, and I start being that healer all the time. Sometimes where I start self exploiting or self abandoning, and there then comes the junction where I see that no, even they had a choice. The way I had a choice to think beyond myself and care about them, even they had a choice. So it is, at the end, it is a choice. Life is a choice. So it always offers you two roads. One is very predictable, and another one is not trodden one. So it's at the end, you are the decision maker, which one you want to, trade. And you cannot say that you will be pouring all the time. That's the thing that I learned from my journey until now, that I need to stop pouring people endlessly. I need to set a boundary. I need to pour only those specific people, those who align with my energies. If they're not respecting me, if they're not respecting my journey, my value system, then I need to consciously cut off, because that's not adding on in my self healing journey. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, and somehow I would say it's deeply mirroring as well
Yeah,
my own
it
journey.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, and being attuned to everybody else's emotions and to a better
Yeah.
extent than my own, also, I can resonate with this.
Right.
Yeah, how are they feeling? And this must have been
Because we
because
have
of
been
this,
conditioned,
that.
Priyanka. If you see your journey, if you see my journey, like being a girl since childhood, we have been conditioning. You have to take care about others' emotions. That's how we have been installed. That has been deeply ingrained within you. But we have never been taught, think about yourself first, if you like or not, if you feel good or not. So that's what we have to heal ourselves continuously, that it's not our duty to feed the emotion, being a parent for their emotion. We need to care about our emotions. If we will abandon our emotions and be a parent for others, then who will parent our emotions? That's what exactly we need to
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, very, very on point. And recently, I created a piece of content that if you are aware and of everybody's pain and emotion, but not your own, so that's not love, that's just self-abandonment. And how beautifully
So
it fits
true.
into business as well.
That's so true, so true. It works in business as well, because like a leader who is aware about their strengths and weaknesses, they are not levying their emotional baggage on the others or the employees or the team members. But a person who is not aware, they're constantly in their trauma loop. They are literally like violating, they're abusing, they are literally abusing the being in others, because they cannot carry that emotional burden. So they're distributing or decentralizing their burden, and they are just being a ruler, or you can say like an authoritative figure, where they're expecting things to go their way. If you see like this leadership wala journey, I'll be very frank, like I like started my journey where I had nothing, like literally, like we had no team, nothing. And people started joining, few people, young people started showing up. And at first when they came, I had one thing in my mind, that they are different individuals and they have set of creative things that they are capable of. I cannot judge them from my lens. I have to see them from their shoes, where they can actually grow as a human being. So when I kept that parameter, that I stopped seeking, that validation key, they need to fulfill my demands. No, they're not walkers for me. They are building along with me. That actually changed a lot of things, where I saw how their confidence boosted, how they grew, and after like few months, they coming up and saying me, we are learning a lot from you. I'm like, oh my god, I am very happy from you. I can see that. So it's amazing. Yeah.
So heartening and so amazing about the team that you have been building, and the
Yeah.
essence being, parenting your own emotions and being aware
Right.
about them.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, Nishtha. So I would like to steal some of your secrets for your glow as an entrepreneur. Is there some
Okay.
daily habit or routine that you have been following so that, you can connect to yourself more?
I write. I talk with myself. I do everything that I feel, makes me complete. I mean, one thing in one line, if I want to explain you, I live in the moment. I live in now. And I live like this is the last moment in my life. So I give my 101% in this moment, as if the next moment doesn't exist. That's the reason I create these so many nows in every moment. My life feels very much fulfilled. I don't live in future, I don't live in past. I'm just like, I see what this moment offers me, because according to me, the past, the future, and the present resides in only one moment, that is now. So if you correct your now, if you are present in your now, being very much conscious about it, then you can change everything. I feel like you have, because the power is you. So you no more think about कि क्या होगा कल को. It's you who is the source. So that has actually changed me. And I feel like every entrepreneur and every founder or every healer needs to actually be in the moment, because most of the times we are stuck in our head so much कि हमें कल वो करना है, आज ये करना है, परसों ये करना है. So we don't live the moment. We
Hmm.
chase lifestyle. In the run of making a lifestyle, we forget about life. We
Hmm.
forget to live. We forget to breathe. And then we ask, we are doing everything. Why are we feeling empty? Feeling empty because we're not living the life in the moment. Yeah.
So beautiful, Nishtha, so beautiful. And it actually shows in your energy that you are here in the now.
Yeah.
But Nishtha,
If I'm talking to you, means it's only you. The rest of the world is frozen. I don't care what's happening around me, who is there, who is looking at me. I mean, everything just frozen. I am just focused on what is happening right now. That's the reason I just connect and disconnect. When after this interview is done or something, I would be in my own world. But as we are conversing, we are creating something. So this is energy. So I cannot, like, afford to, decentralize my energy on 10 different things at the back of the mind. नहीं निष्ठा ये भी करना है वो भी करना है. No, I can't do that. One point, that's what I learned. Deep work is very, very essential. Multitasking doesn't work. You have a brain, you have a mind, and you have energies. You have to centralize. When you centralize, you create something. But the more you decentralize it, you actually start distorting the things. Yeah.
But Nishtha, okay, very interesting. But my question to you is that
Yeah.
young entrepreneurs have so much to do, and
Right.
there's a lot of decentralization that's happening. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Even not consciously at times, it's just going on. So many things at the back of our mind, and so many things to do,
Right.
things on our desk, and so many team members to work with. And when you are in the early
Right.
stages, it can feel so stressful. So,
It
what
does.
advice would you get, matlab, would you give to somebody who is at this stage and wants to be more focused, do more deep work, and be in the now, and actually enjoy the
Wow.
process as well? So, share
Yeah.
your secrets.
I would say, like, एक ट्रेन पकड़ लो एंड डेस्टिनेशन का पता मत ढूंढो. I am being very frank. You don't think about the destination. Pick
Hmm.
up a train and just, like, fall in love with the process.
Hmm.
Just fall in love with the journey and fall in love with whatever feels you. डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि मैं ये करूंगी या फिर वो करूंगा तो मुझे ये मिलेगा. As a solo founder, I started with nothing, no idea. Even I didn't even think that I will become a founder one day. My intention was very clear. When your intention is very clear, na,
Hmm.
like, the universe will try everything to laud you with, because you don't know what you are becoming. So there's no cap. There's endless journey. The sky is the limit. So it's endless. The ocean. I mean, there's no bandwidth. So when you free flow yourself, when you just release yourself to experience life, not, cage ki I am this. Because see, I'll tell you, someone asked me, like, a very interesting thing, like, what do you want to become? Okay. So I said, I don't know. Then they said, like, I mean, you must be having this thing, you want to become an entrepreneur, or you want to become, this leader or something like that. So I said, I just don't know. I mean, why do I even want to know? They said, I mean, you should have a destination, right? You cannot just live your life like that. They got very uncomfortable by my answer. Okay.
Hmm.
So I gave them one interesting, example which actually changed their outlook towards their success. So I said, if I decide that my destination is this, I will decide from A to J. Okay.
Hmm.
But if God has plans, ki I will take my journey from A to Z, and then I'll invent another letter or 10 more letters. How could I just, my focus would be very limited, no? Till A to J. Then why do I need to plan? So I don't plan. I need to focus on my priorities, my intentions, my vision. That should be my priorities. And I cannot create कि मैं A to J जाऊंगी या A to Z जाऊंगी या A to X plus 1 जाऊंगी. I
Hmm.
can't do that. So planning is never in your hands. But positioning yourself, focusing on your priorities is always in your hands. You can only change things that is within. You can never ever affect the other exterior environment. That's exactly what I want to say is,
Hmm.
like, in this journey you will face lot of ups and downs, lot of challenging situations, but you have to just focus. Why did you start? That one reason. What difference you want to make, that matters a lot. Nothing else. I had very clear, like, intention. If I have money, still I'll do this. If I have degree, still I'll do this. If I don't have, still I'll do that. I mean, I had very headstrong thing कि अगर मुझे ये नहीं करना है तो और कुछ नहीं करना है. There was no plan B. मैं कुछ भी करूं, I had to do this. something related to mental health. And that's when you are so stubborn and concentrated at a point कि you want this because this is you, and no one can do better than you in this thing. It can be anything. I chose emotions. Someone chose self love. Someone chose this. So pick one niche that you are best at. That is you. And no one else can actually, take that from you. That is your specialty. And just never ever give up. Just take the train and just go. You will see where the destination is. Just like the road you take makes the difference. Yeah.
Very interesting, Nishtha. And I would say that when you talk in such description that so many new doors and so many new things open up. And I'm so
That's
curious.
lovely. I mean, yeah, that's so
So,
sweet of you.
yeah, I'm so curious about so many things, and I'm sure people who would be watching this or who would get bits and pieces of this conversation would also be curious to know that
Lovely.
having said and done all of this and everything,
Mm-hmm.
if I am a founder and I'm
Hmm.
stuck and I'm not getting business, I have a clear vision. I'm doing things that would,
Hmm.
support it. And
Hmm.
still, I'm not achieving any level of success. What do you
Hmm.
think is missing in the equation?
I feel like you need to like deeply question that to your inner self. Ki, what are the blockages that is holding back you to not become that version that you're aspiring? Just like listed two things. Like you are aspiring to be a leader. See, leader don't become a leader just by being on stage or something. No, you have to start living like that. You have to have your own principles. You have to have your own standards. So are you even deserving of what you are actually aspiring? So you have to become deserving. I feel like you don't get what you want, you always get what you deserve. You are exactly where you deserve to be. So you need to constantly ask to deserve to be there. How many sacrifices I need to do? What all things I need to cut off? How many chains that I have not yet cut? I have to cut those chains so that I can have a free flight. So you need to ask yourself. It's all about inner reflection, because being a founder, we
Hmm.
think that achieving or getting to that stage is our endpoint, but no, that's not the true. That's only one cycle. I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
moon ka cycles hote hai na. So
Hmm.
the moment you go from the like empty moon to the full moon, that ends one cycle. But the cycle you have to again become empty. So you have to be like वो जो बोलते हैं ना स्थित प्रज्ञ रहना पड़ेगा. ना अटैचमेंट से आप अटैच हो ना डिटैचमेंट से अटैच हो. मतलब you're not like with glorified things or with achievement you're not getting affected.
Hmm.
With losses also you're not getting affected because
Hmm.
आपका फोकस क्लियर है. मैं वॉरियर हूं तो मेरा युद्ध है. युद्ध में कोई हारेगा जीतेगा ये नहीं है. मेरा काम है फाइट करना. आई हैव टू फाइट. मेरा विजन ये है तो मुझे काम करना है. कोई देख रहा है काम करना है, नहीं देख रहा है काम करना है. कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है काम करना है, बुरा हो रहा है काम करना है. काम करना है. When you become that much in sync or aligned with what you do, where what you love to do becomes you,
Yeah.
you're just like successful. You're already successful. You don't have to prove. They have not discovered you. That's their loss. It's not that your energies are thriving. So you need to focus on yourself. That's what I always like say. Keep focus on what matters to you the most, because what matters to me the most would be very subjective to from others. I
Yeah.
cannot say ki everyone will come to me. No, I don't need everyone to come to me. Only those people, those who align with my energies or bandwidth or my energy or frequency will come to me, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Huh. This is such a, fulfilling conversation to have, and you have such great things to share, I would say. And
Yeah, I mean, the questions are so nice. I would say, like, very self reflectory. I would say every founder actually needs it to ask themselves, Ki, what exactly is happening within? Because, I'm an author, I keep on writing. So the more I sit with myself, actually makes me, mirror a lot about the way I'm behaving. Because see, being a founder, you will be constantly demanded to mask yourself to please others, because you constantly meet people, you make network.
Yeah.
But the moment you choose not to mask yourself, but maintain a standard or maintain your own reflection as your true thing, people start respecting you for you. They start unmasking themselves. I've seen conversations where like founders were hiding their, selves and all. But when you start being so real, that energy just, changes, shifts their whole room, and they start opening about their own fears, about their own struggles. Because I feel like your journey is nothing beyond like, pain. Pain is always, healthy, and pain comes always with a purpose. If you don't have pain, you don't have a purpose. You need to have pain. Pain is integral. People think like we have to become painless. I just don't understand why. If you want to become painless, then you want to become purposeless. Isn't it that shallow? Like people say me, like I was having a conversation recently with someone, and they said, why do you want people to be in pain? I said, I want them to be in pain so that they go through that, you know, lonely tunnel, so that at the dead end they find the purpose. That's very integral. Yeah.
Great, great, Nishtha. And I think this conversation can go on forever because it feels so good and so
Yeah, it's a never
fulfilling,
ending thing.
even
Yeah.
on a personal level for me. Okay,
Right.
so I would like to ask you one last question, which would have
Mm-hmm.
actually two questions because I have so many.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
question is, so I feel that many people are scared to show their true self and to take up space also.
Mm.
And as you spoke about founders
Right.
showing their real side.
Mm.
So what is
Mm.
something that can really help them do this? Talk about themselves without the fears and talk about their work without the fears.
Mm.
Because as you said, people are going out to network, but
Right.
of them are faced with this big challenge that how do I talk about my thing? What do I talk? And all of these fears. So how do we get
True.
over them and express ourselves so fully that aligned people just come?
Yeah. Great.
Hmm.
So, like, I feel this has like one thing, that there are a lot of biases that we hold in our own minds, to be honest. Like, if someone is getting bullied, now they're getting the biggest critique or biggest bully is they themselves first. And that energy actually radiates to other people. So, I feel like when these founders are feeling like we need to hide our emotions or we need to mask ourselves, they need to confront it head on. Like suppose I remember, like there was a time when I used to like fear, public speaking. I used to fear to talk to people. I was the shyest person in the classroom, I would say. And there came a point where I was like, tested. Ki there's no other option that you give. When you stop giving yourself options and keep only option as that thing, you start confronting your fears head on. So I did the same thing. I entered into my legal classrooms where I had nothing but to just go and speak at the podium.
Hmm.
People judging me doesn't matter. I am judging myself doesn't matter. You have to just be in that moment. Just create that moment. Just put yourself in that moment, and you see you would be behaving very very differently. It's just in your mind that you're thinking that people will not receive that, they would not be empathetic. But most of the times it's your own blockages, it's your own negative energies that is holding back and not letting you go through that. People are there to welcome you, come share your emotions, we're there to back you. But it's more of our own personal biases that we hold on to,
Hmm.
those unhealed traumas, those unhealed emotions that needs, someone's listening, someone's, care, love, affection. So we, in order to heal to that point, we have to receive love as well. Yeah.
Ah. Thanks, Nishta. Thank you so much. Any one liner, any power statement that you use and you would like to give to everybody today? Any one
Mm-hmm. I
statement?
have two. I have two. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, firstly, I would say that emotions need to be parented, not controlled. You can never ever control your emotions. You can always parent, channelize, or transform it, or like redirect it. So, you can only parent your emotions. You can decide the direction you want to pave your path and make a destiny. And secondly is you define your reflection. That's the only thing I keep on telling to people, that you can never ever say that no, my life is this or that. No, you have always that power and choice. If you are trading it, if you are auctioning it, that's your fault. You will always have that decision making power within you, that you can always transform your life. It's just a matter of choice. You have to lose those peoples or those conditioning that is not letting you move on. And in this journey you have to unlearn a lot of patterns that you have been conditioned. So that unlearning is very very important. Yeah, that's what I, those two messages I just want the audience to learn. Yeah.
Amazing, Nishtha, amazing, and thank you so much for this.
Thanks a
So,
lot. Thanks a lot, Priyanka. It was lovely talking with you. And, it's amazing. The questions were so integral, or I would say like real life experiences. And I felt like, I was just talking to myself. Yeah. So it was amazing.
yes, and yeah, the
Yeah.
last statement that you said reminded me of my mentor Louise Hay's book, which is titled "The
Hmm.
Power Is Within You," which was one
Yeah.
book I picked up early on in my journey, and
Hmm.
I recommend to people who work with me also. So thank you for being
Right.
here with us in this amazing Heartland
Thanks a
conversation.
lot. Thanks a lot. It was lovely. It was a
Heartland.
pleasure being here. It's an honor to be here. Thanks a lot.
And yes, we would like to call Nishtha again to another Heartland conversation.
Surely,
This
surely. I would
doesn't
love
feel
to be a
enough.
part of your heaven. Yeah.